Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Time with Tom. I'm your host Tom. We got another informative episode for you. Hopefully a little bit of entertainment going along the way about the movies that are out, movies that are coming out this weekend, and movies to look forward to in the near future. Alright, the movies out now. These are the things we're going to look for. This is the things that you haven't seen last weekend, you should. And these are coming up with is Gone Girl. As expected, it's leading the charts right now, and it's a great actual film. You should go see it. Ben Affleck is trying to get another Oscar. He really is, and with this, he deserves it unless it's overshadowed by Rosa. It's all right. I mean, he's got a couple. He can get a couple more. Got to get them all. I mean, it just happens. And also coming out. Also that's out. Alex in the Horrible, Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Stephen Carell. I'm kind of hoping he does not get in the same rut that the Adam Sandler and Will Smith franchises have, where the guy is just playing an idiot. There's other characters out there that the audience will identify with that you can play. There really is. You don't have to be Brick in everything. Also, in number 3 spot this weekend was Dracula Untold. It was a great movie, the sympathetic version of Dracula and how he came to be. A lot of special effects that are done really well. The timing, the lighting, the story that goes through, the mood is very compelling and will keep you riveted in your seats for the duration of the movie. And in the number 4 spot is the Robert vs. Robert battle, The Judge. It's receiving very mixed reviews, great performances, but a very boring lawyer-judge film. But it's a story about people, and there's not enough movies like that out right now, especially since a lot of movies do have that sci-fi superhero flair to them. A lot of other movies, unless you're a movie aficionado or cinephile, you are going to have very limited selection in the near future because the studios see the big bucks that go with the big blockbusters of the superheroes coming out. But this movie is one of those that, yes, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, but he is not in this. He is actually a son protecting his father in court despite his own better feelings and Robert Duvall's character's better feelings and judgment. And then wrapping up the number 5 spot is Annabelle, who's fallen 3 slots. As expected, it's a horror movie. It's going to fall by the wayside and be scary until the next horror movie comes up. Just for a good scare. It's pretty much how horror movies work. So nothing new. Alright, movies coming out this weekend. This is a beautiful thing. Fury with Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf. And it's at the late part of World War II, and a tank crew is in Europe doing their thing. Where the crew has been together for 4 years, and this is a 24-hour period of their lives. And Brad Pitt plays a very compelling younger person than he actually is, which is something I'm looking forward to see. Next on the list to look out for is the Nicholas Sparks movie adaptation, Best of Me. You're going to notice its cover is 2 white people almost kissing. Yes, just like all the other Nicholas Sparks covers of all the movies he's done. This is done with the very same feeling and theme of The Notebook. So if you were a big fan of that movie, please expect for this one to come out and give you those same feel-good feelings on the inside that that movie did. Next on the list to look out for is The Book of Life, an animated feature with the voice talents of Zoe Saldana and Channing Tatum, and my close personal favorite, Ron Perlman. The guy is an animated character even in live action. So if he just gets to come in and be Ron Perlman, I'd go see it just for that, because, I mean, hell boy, can't go wrong with Ron Perlman. that was a very bad joke. I admit that. I'm okay with it. And next on the list is Birdman, starring Bruce Wayne and the Hulk. And Zach Galifianakis, because he doesn't play a superhero yet in any franchise. But yes, Michael Keaton and Ed Norton and Zach Galifianakis are in The Birdman, almost a mockumentary about superheroes and how they're portrayed and the disgusting world that is Hollywood, and they make snarky comments about how life as a celebrity came to be. Zach Galifianakis has been very vocal lately about how these things are in Hollywood and being a celebrity versus being an actor. They are very close, but they are two very different realizations and how they actually came to be. And next on the list, Dear White People, a drama comedy that brings 4 African Americans together in an Ivy League school after a Halloween party magazine plan of the school's newspaper portion goes horribly wrong. Looking forward to seeing this. I hope there's a little more hype about it, because there is a definite message in this, and if anything, we know the Academy loves messages, so that might be what it's playing for in the actual movie of this, in the story of this movie. Now we're coming on to the projects that are coming up to look forward to in the future. I touched on this last weekend. I'm also touching on it again this weekend. Maze Runner 2. They're putting a lot more effort into it, a lot more production value. We should see full-blown sets, not just CGI, of this horrible, destitute wasteland of this dystopia that we're looking forward to. They're going to pretty much try to follow the second book in the series, and that should give us something worthwhile to look for at the theaters. Also still in production, Ant-Man. And with all the hype about Robert Downey Jr. joining the cast of Captain America 3 and bringing on the Civil War, I'm hopefully seeing some threads that lead up to this in Ant-Man, making it a very pivotal, functioning story relevant to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With the news that Venom was being nixed and not coming out, which hurts, because there is a great storyline in and of itself of that villain. I'm looking forward to the Sinister Six, and I'm hoping it's not a reboot. I'm hoping it is a continuation of the storyline franchise. It's just, Spider-Man is a beautiful thing, and we need to keep that going. I just wish he would be allowed to join into the Marvel Secret Wars plan. But you can't have everything, and I am not in that boardroom making these decisions. So if I was and had my way, there would be a whole different scheme of how these things plan out. And also in the future coming up, Bryan Singer is still working on X-Men Apocalypse. Fans of the comic books are going to know the storyline, how it goes. Fans of the movies are going to be anticipating how much computer-generated imagery is going to be flushed into the story. They could do a lot more with this. They can afford it. Let's have real sets. Let's have practical effects. Just use the CGI to touch up and make things pretty. Let's not make it the sole focus of driving these storylines, please. Pretty please. And in line with that is Star Wars Episode 7. Can't wait. I can't hype up this movie enough. There's nothing I can say about it. I'm anticipating. I'm hoping it's better than Guardians of the Galaxy. I will be comparing it personally directly to Guardians of the Galaxy. Many of the hero archetypes are in both franchises. They don't have to reinvent the past as they did with the prequels. They're using practical effects. They're being on set for all the production, for all the shots, for everything. This should be a beautiful thing. J.J. Abrams got his work cut out for him because of everything that's anticipated, but we know he can deliver, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And also in the works, Ted 2 from Seth MacFarlane. The Family Guy creator, American Dad creator, has made a sequel to his fun-loving teddy bear animation, no, it's not animation, it's live action, but it's a talking teddy bear, much akin to a R-rated Teddy Ruxpin. So I'm hoping it just actually gives us a new story and just not a continuation of the train wreck that was Ted 1. And now for Tom's special little movie shout out for the indie thing. Disengaged, from the makers of Foodie, just been accepted into the Holly Short Horror Night out at the Chinese Theater. Please make it time to go out and watch this film. It's beautiful. It'll scare you, add a little bit of horror into your mind. From the mind of Chris Moore, and he has many more films up his sleeve to bring out to you and enjoy. So please take notice of this quickly. He is a very gifted, talented cinematographer, and I hope to see more good things from him in the near future. So look for it. Disengaged, and by Chris Moore. Alright, that is our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time on Movie Time with Tom. Y'all have a good night, and thank you very much. Alright, we can cut anytime you want.